coming to you from Connell's Bridge in Dublin. As you can see the Liffey in the background, and I'll move around so you don't get past the bridge. The lights coming from this way, I'd probably be better off speaking to you from here, but Dublin, wonderful place. But unfortunately, it is probably one of the most, I'll have to change directions, probably one of the most expensive places in Europe. The rich and powerful at the top, investments, some of the major banks are here, all offshore of course, and Google and all the big companies are here, and because they get a really, really good deal tax-wise, which is good on them, but it doesn't benefit the ordinary working man, as the prices are absolutely beyond belief. I mean, a pizza, you know, you're looking at about $60 for a pizza, you get it back $10, perhaps even less than special. So things are very, very expensive. Fuel is the same prices, but don't think coming here is easy, because they make it very difficult if you want to hire a vehicle. Eurocar, man, they rip you to pieces, mate. I came into their place in Dublin. The car was ordered by credit card in Australia, no problem, pick it up. Then they came along and said, oh look, we don't have the car you offered, we'll bump you up to a better one, a bigger one. And I said, well, that's happened everywhere else in the world, so it's quite normal. But what they didn't tell me, they bumped me up, so they charged me for it. Then they said, right, we've got to have insurance. So they bumped me up for insurance, so that I had to pay off my travel card. 357 euro. Now you multiply that by 2 and a bit, that's a lot of money, and that was just for 3 days. So don't go to Eurocar. Budget are not too bad, a little bit better, but it's a rip-off. Then it says, oh, no problem, you can extend it by just giving this number a ring, and then when you try to ring it, it's a foreign number. So you go through their system, find their number, and ring up and say, oh yeah, no problem. But what they don't tell you, they're going to take the money out of your debit card, your travel card, and then 750 or 60 euro later, which is multiplied by 2, which is a lot of money for 6 days, you find out you run a credit. So you've got to transfer more money. So I took it back to them. And it is a rip-off of the unbelievable magnitude renting a car, so forget it. Now all the cars are manual as well, so when you come here you've got to learn how to pedal, and in the city it can be an absolute nightmare, pedaling, changing gears all the time. But that's not the problem. Then I decided, well, I planned to go to England, and I couldn't do it from Australia, couldn't do it from here, so I used the VPN and did it from here. So what I thought was Aer Lingus, but it didn't turn out to be Aer Lingus, it ended up Ryanair. And it wasn't just Ryanair, it went through a company called eDreams. Now they're in dispute, they don't like each other, I think they've got some court cases going on, but you cannot log in to Ryanair through eDreams. You give them all the references under the sun, they don't want to know, and when you get to the airport they take 55 euro off you. And then they charge you for your bag. Well, that's okay, that's not a problem, I don't mind that. Then coming back from England to Birmingham, which is a nightmare going through their security, an absolute pathetic nightmare. They're really, really pedantic. That's okay again. But then Ryanair, you go to book in with them, you realise it's not them. You got to go to Swiss Park or Swiss Bank or some other bloody organisation, and they up you for 55 euro again. So you got ripped twice. Now I got an email off them, of Ryanair, saying, how did you enjoy your experience? And I obviously complained enough over there in UK to say I've been ripped off, and they sent me an email explaining, but they're still continuing the same practices, and Facebook is full of complaints about Ryanair, and it could be seen on reasonable grounds that these people are committing fraud, misprision of fraud, unconscionable conduct in an office that's really, I suppose, it's public to a certain degree. But coming here is a very unpleasant experience. Apart from the people are very nice and generous and stuff, and life goes on, but it's not it's a land of milk and honey for the rich. It's everything. They've turned every attraction in that should be free and supplied by the government. They made money out of it. You can't go anywhere. It's an extremely expensive place. England is a little bit better. I've seen lots of places in England where they had cash only, which is a good sign. But in Ireland, nobody is protesting. They're accepting it, just left, right and centre. it's sad. Looking down from the north down O'Connell Street, Nelson's Pillar used to be down there. On the morning it got blown up way back in 1960, 63, 64, I forget the actual year from now, but I was here that morning returning back to the barracks in Cahalbrua. You can see there's lots of buses and trains, but tourists find it very expensive here. They're not coming as they used to because the hotels are all filled up with, shall we say, better paying uninvited guests. There's the Dublin trams. They've got two different colours by the looks of things. And this goes right throughout the city. I don't know where they go. I've never been on one. And perhaps I might go for a tram ride to some place. Where? Well, I have to wait and see. This is outside the Customs House in Dublin, where a lot of the 1916 and 1920 battles took place. And it still stands alongside the old River Liffey. This part is all pretty new to me. It's been built up in the last few years, extra bridges and so on and so forth. Dublin has changed, and building wise for the better.
Bus Éireann on it.
Yeah, this is Deirdre from Kells. We're on Bus Éireann and she's escorted me up to Navan one time, and I met her in Dublin and she escorted me all the way back down.
Yeah.
All the way to good old Kells.
Good old Kells.
Thanks, Deirdre. You've been really good for you. Who was helping who? That's the question.
Who's helping who? I'm on the second. We got the free travel of the companion pass, and I bring him himself around. Only for him in the Bus Éireann bus.
Thanks.
You can see, no problem at all.
Thanks.
Great meeting you at all.
Thanks,
Great
love.
meeting you.